Hi everybody, I'm Pam Atwood and I'm the owner of Atwood Dementia Group, and I am bringing to you our Confident Caregiver Series. And with this series we're doing the A to Z's of dementia care. So A, for those of us who know dementia, we can think of A being about anger or aggression or anxiety or agitation or apathy, but I want to focus on abilities because at every stage of a progressive dementia, someone who has dementia has remaining abilities. So I wanted to kind of break this down stage by stage. So in the early stage, there's a lot of times the people who are being diagnosed have a lot of confusion and a lot of fear. But at this stage, also, we need to look at some of their remaining abilities as still having problem solving abilities. And even though they might have concentration problems or problems with their ability to perform tasks independently, they can still enjoy their hobbies. They can engage socially. They can be independent if we make a couple of little adaptations. They can still participate in one-to-one or small group activities. And what I really love about this stage is we can still tap into their need to feel successful and help them to create new habits or new routines that will help them in the later stages of the disease. So I like that kind of feeling like they have the chance to fight back against the disease. Let me put in here, it's probably a good idea to put in a little dementia quiz. So what do you think is the answer if I was to ask you, how many stages of dementia are there? How many stages of Alzheimer's specifically are there? And if you stay to the end of the video, I'll give you the answer. In the middle stage, we're dealing with a lot of folks who have a lot of loss of independence. Maybe they could drive before and now they can't, or they can't live alone by themselves anymore. Maybe they need help with personal care and have some challenging behaviors like wandering or using the stove inappropriately, and maybe sometimes lose their balance. At this stage, the remaining abilities are that they can still participate again in their preferred activities. They can find enjoyment in food or cultural activities or traditions. Religious rituals, very important for them to still feel connected to their past routines. They can experience a variety of emotions, and usually they'll show us a variety of emotions as well. They can seek sensory experiences, and if you don't provide them for them, yeah, they may seek them without your knowledge and approval as well. They can also self-soothe and de-escalate if we give them time, and that's really important. A lot of times at this middle stage, people get very frustrated because they can't express things the way they mean, or they can't do things the way that they used to be able to. So they'll get really tense and anxious or agitated. We can help them by just giving them some time to calm down, taking away the extra sensory stimulation like the television or loud music or traffic or a lot of activity. Just give them some quiet time to calm down. They can de-escalate that way as well. But they may need us to help give them some protected time. They can seek help or use simple problem solvings, and of course they're very proud of their independence. So whenever we can, we want to give them an opportunity to be independent and make decisions with two options maybe that are acceptable choices. So we don't want to give them the whole realm of options and have them try to solve all problems, but maybe give them two acceptable choices so that they can still make decisions. In the late stages, folks need more constant care, total care. They tend to have limited communication or maybe non-communicative, and they tend to be what we call very sensory bound. They respond, they're very in the moment, and they respond to sensory stuff around them, either noises or touch or feeling or tastes. So they may try to eat things that are inappropriate or maybe excessive. The benefit or the abilities that this shows us are that they can still respond to sensory input. They can interact with the environment. They can feel joy and surprise as well. They can feel companionship and experience love and acceptance. They can also have music, lotions, foods, having their hair brushed. All of those are multisensory experiences that they can still benefit from and get the positive feelings from. They can also enjoy feelings that we frankly take for granted at our stage, if you will, they can enjoy the sense of being tucked in or going outside in all the seasons. The day that I'm making this video, it's about 54 degrees outside and snowing. And that is like so bizarre. It must be incredibly cold up in the stratosphere. But, as it's coming down in these little pellets of snow, it's just incredible and amazing. And if you're not in the moment, you're going to miss those kinds of things. Someone who is in the later stages of dementia is always present in the moment. And that's really all they can experience. Their very long ago past is maybe remotely available. Their short-term memory is completely gone, and their sense of future is not really developed anymore. So their ability to be very present in the moment really is an ability. So in all stages, we have some abilities that remain. It requires our observation as caregivers, as confident caregivers, not only to see those, but to act on those and to support those. In the early stage, we support. In the middle stages, we adapt. And in the latest stages, we anticipate. So those are really our goals for those A's in finding the abilities that remain despite the anger, agitation, aggression, apathy, and anxiety. So this is a great time to help us reframe how we think about people with dementia in these stages. And it brings about two of my favorite mantras. The first one is, when I becomes we, even illness becomes wellness. So all we have to do is ask for help. The second, I'm the only thing making the impossible from what is possible. So I leave that for you to ponder. Oh, the answer to the quiz depends on which tool you use. Generally, there are 7 stages or 6 stages. Dr. Barry Reesberg talked about the stages in stage 1 is normal, stage 7 is end stage, but stage 6 and 7 also have a lot of subcategories. Dr. Claudia Allen, she's an occupational therapist, actually developed a staging tool where 6 is normal and 1 is end stage. We'll talk more about that in some of the other theories and some of the other videos that we do. So until next time, thank you for joining me. Please make sure that you remember to subscribe so that you get notices when I get a new video that I'm putting out. We'll be doing the rest of the A to Z as well as some other interesting topics. And if you have any questions or would like something specific, I'm happy to send you a personalized response by video if you'd like. So send me an email. My website is atwooddementiagroup.com. That's atwooddementiagroup.com, and you can go to our contact us page and submit your question, and I'd be happy to respond. Thank you so much, and have a confident day.